Okay, here's a fun and easy sound. This is an 80s video game sound, and I'm actually going to drag in a fresh wavetable just to get us started from scratch. So I'm going to go to Instruments again and just type in Wavetable on the search there. Drag that in. That'll just give us a clean start, so we don't have any of our settings from our previous sound still up. And this is super easy, cool sound. Oscillator 1 we're going to set to square, so if you just drag that all the way up to the square shape. And then our amp envelope settings are going to be 0 on the attack, 1 second on the decay, so 1000. The sustain is going to be infinity decibels, so you just drag it all the way, negative infinity, drag it all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see it say negative infinity, which is just silence. And then the last thing is the release is 1.5 milliseconds, which is actually as short as it'll go. So if you just click and drag down on that space, you can just get 1, or you can type in 1.5. Either way. Then the last thing we need to do is filter settings. Low pass filter, set the roll off at 3000 kilohertz. Okay. So type in 3, 1, 2, 3. And sorry, that should say 3 kilohertz. I need to change that on here. I'll do that later. But 3 kilohertz. All right, just rolling again, taking off a little bit of that high end, 0% resonance. So it should sound like this. Nice and video gamey. If I pitch it up one. '80s video game sound. Okay, let's name it and save it. So come up here to the top where it says Wavetable, 2-finger tap, rename, type in 80s video game, and hit enter, and then drag that up to your sounds folder. And if you have lost your sounds folder, like if it's not appearing here, you can just click on add folder here and find where that folder is on your computer. Going into your audio student drive and click on it, and then you can bring it back up there if that ever is not showing up on that side. So that's the 80s video game, and we should now, in your sounds folder, you should have 3. You should have the 80s video game, your basic bass, and a string sound. And the next video will walk you through making a funky wah sound, which is a fun one also.